Euler was born on 15 April 1707 in Basel, Switzerland, to Paul III Euler, a pastor of the Reformed Church, and Marguerite, whose ancestors include a number of well-known scholars in the classics. He was the oldest of four children, having two younger sisters, Anna Maria and Maria Magdalena, and a younger brother, Johann Heinrich. Soon after the birth of Leonhard, the Euler family moved from Basel to the town of Liehan, Switzerland, where his father became pastor in the local church and Leonhard spent most of his childhood. From a young age, Euler received schooling in mathematics from his father, who had taken courses from Jacob Bernoulli some years earlier at the University of Basel. Around the age of 8, Euler was sent to live at his maternal grandmother's house and enrolled in the Latin school in Basel. In addition, he received private tutoring from Johannes Burckhardt, a young theologian with a keen interest in mathematics. In 1720, at 13 years of age, Euler enrolled at the University of Basel. Attending university at such a young age was not unusual at the time. The course on elementary mathematics was given by Johann Bernoulli, the younger brother of the deceased Jacob Bernoulli. Johann Bernoulli and Euler soon got to know each other better. Euler described Bernoulli in his autobiography. It was during this time that Euler, begged by Bernoulli, obtained his father's consent to become a mathematician instead of a pastor. In 1723, Euler received a Master of Philosophy with a dissertation that compared the philosophies of René Descartes and Isaac Newton. Afterwards, he enrolled in the theological faculty of University of Basel. In 1726, Euler completed the dissertation on the propagation of sound with the title De Sono, with which he unsuccessfully attempted to obtain a position at the University of Basel. In 1727, he entered the Paris Academy prize competition for the first time. The problem posed that year was to find the best way to place the mass on a ship. Pierre Bouguer, who became known as the father of naval architecture, won the Euler took second place. Over the years, Euler entered this competition 15 times, winning 12 of them. So let's career. Johann Bernoulli's two sons, Daniel and Nicholas, entered into service at the Imperial Russian Academy of Sciences in St. Petersburg in 1725, leaving Euler with the assurance they would recommend him to a post when one was available. On 31 July 1726, Nicholas died of division. He recommended that the post in physiology. On 31 July 1726, Nicholas died of appendicitis after spending less than a year in Russia. When Daniel assumed his brother's position in the mathematics physics division, he recommended that the post in physiology that he had vacated be filled by his friend Euler. In November 1726, Euler eagerly accepted the offer, but delayed making the trip to St. Petersburg while he unsuccessfully applied for a physics professorship at the University of Basel. Euler arrived in St. Petersburg in May 1727. He was promoted from his junior post in the medical department of the academy to a position in the mathematics department. He lodged with Daniel Bernoulli, with whom he worked in close collaboration. Euler mastered Russian settled into life in St. Petersburg and took on an additional job as a medic in the Russian Navy. The academy at St. Petersburg, established by Peter the Great, was intended to improve education in Russia and to close the scientific gap with Western Europe. As a result, it was made especially attractive to foreign scholars like Euler. The academy's benefactress, Catherine First, who had continued the progressive policy of your late husband, died before Euler's arrival to St. Petersburg. So, about Berlin. Concerned about the continuing turmoil in Russia, Euler left St. Petersburg in June 1741 to take up a post at the Berlin Academy, which he had been offered by Frederick the Great of Prussia. He lived for 25 years in Berlin, where he wrote several hundred articles. In 1748, his text on function, called the Introduction in Analysis Infinitorum, was published, and in 1755, a text on differential calculus called the Instituto Calculi Differentialis was published. During his Berlin years, Euler was at the peak of his productivity. He wrote 380 works, 275 of which were published. This included 125 memoirs in the Berlin Academy and over 100 memoirs sent to the St. Petersburg Academy, which had retained him as a member and paid him an annual stipend. Euler's introduction in Analysis Infinitorum was published in two parts in 1748. In addition to his own research, Euler supervised the library, the observatory, the botanical garden, and the publication of calendars and maps from which the academy derived income. He was even involved in the design of the water fountains and at Sanssouci, the king's summer place.